It's time to learn secret of public speaking. I am Linda presenting with Shirley. We're discussing
6 types of introductions that'll 1, get our audience's attention and interest, 2, reveal our message.
The first type of introduction we will be considering today is relate the topic to the audience introduction. Your audience will not be interested in a speech that they think will not be useful to them. It is your responsibility to help them see that what you are about to say will benefit them. Let's see how a public speaker introduced the speech titled, How to Raise Loans for Your Business.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am here this morning to tell you how to raise interest-free loans for your businesses.
The speaker knows that his audience is thinking about how to keep their businesses afloat during economic meltdown. His speech will help them know how to get interest-free loans for their businesses. So, they will pay attention.
The next type of introduction is the state the importance introduction. When people sense that they are in real danger, they are often moved to act. So help them see the danger facing them. They will listen to know how to avoid it. The speaker in this example is delivering a speech titled Cancer, Are You at Risk?
The Center for Disease Control reports that in the United States in 2020, 1,603,844 new cancer cases were reported and 602,347 people died of cancer. I'm here today to tell you steps to minimize the risk of cancer.
Most of your audience are already asking, do I have cancer? Do my parents have cancer? With such questions nagging their minds, they will not allow anything distract them from listening to everything you have to say.
The third type of introduction is to arouse the curiosity of the audience. Curiosity sustains interest. Once you get your audience thinking, how can that be possible? They will listen all through to find out. While speaking to a group of farmers on a new farming technique, the speaker introduced his speech this way.
Many farmers have become millionaires in the past 6 months due to a new farming technique. I am here to show you this million-making farming technique.
Most of the farmers are already thinking of where to invest their first million. So they will surely listen to find out how they can make the money.
Questioning the audience is the fourth type of introduction. Paying attention goes beyond sitting quietly and looking at the speaker. Your audience must as well be tuned in with their minds to respond to questions. Have you seen a speaker ask a question he expects the audience to respond to but he gets no response, even though everyone seemed to be paying rapt attention? The reason is because the audience are with the speaker physically but are far away in their thoughts. So when you start with a thought-provoking question, you are helping your audience from the start to go along with you in their minds. A governor's representative started a town hall meeting this way.
If you have the opportunity of meeting the governor of this state, what will you ask from him? Free tuition, tax waivers, or stricter gun control?
Our fifth type of introduction is to begin with a quote. When your quote is from someone whom your audience are familiar with and respects, they will appreciate the quote and want to know the relevance of the quote to what you have to say. Even if they do not know the person you are quoting, once they hear a striking quote, they will pay attention. Consider this example.
A correctional expert, Robert Ganji, once said, building more prisons to address crime is like building more graveyards to address a fatal disease.
Does building a graveyard contain the spread of a fatal disease? Your audience is already with you contemplating what to answer and eager to hear how what you have for them will help them resolve the puzzle on their minds.
Our last type of introduction is to tell a story. People always like stories. They will surely listen to you if you start your speech with a very good story. Your story can be provocative, amusing, dramatic or suspenseful, but keep it short and simple and relate it to your speech. The Prodigal Son and the Good Samaritan are stories people know very well today even though they were told more than 2,000 years ago. Good stories are indelible in the minds of people. However, if your story is fiction, let your audience know. So they do not go about relating the story as if it was real. Acknowledge the source of your story if it does not originate from you. Do not forget that you did not mount the podium to tell stories. You started with a story to hold the interest of your audience. Make sure you accomplish that and quickly focus on your speech. Consider this example.
I once read on Facebook about a managing director who was due for retirement. He needed to choose a successor, but was not sure who to choose among his 5 directors. He gave each of his directors a seed of flower and asked them to plant and nurture it for 6 months. After which they will bring their flowers to the office, and the director, with the most flourishing flower, will become the new managing director. 4 of the directors often discuss how their plants were flourishing, but one said nothing because his seed did not germinate. At the end of the 6 months, 4 of the directors came with various species of flourishing flowers. But the 5th director came with an empty flower pot. Of course, his colleagues made jest of him.
The retiring managing director informed the 5 directors and other invited guests that he gave his directors dead seeds. It turned out that when the 4 directors noticed that their seeds were not germinating, they replaced them. The director who came with an empty flower pot was made the new managing director. A very interesting story, isn't it? Give credit to the owner of a story you choose to tell.
This is where the cookies crumble on this video. Our next video will focus on the body of our speech.
On behalf of all my colleagues who contributed to the success of this video, I wish you a nice day.